You don't
Now,
want to
John,
have
I'm in your
two
account.
headlines on a
When I
page, when a
click
headline and a
the pages here, are
subheadline.
there any page names or any URLs that you don't want people to see?
Um, there's some stuff I was playing around with. None of them might really matter or anything, but no.
Okay, otherwise I'd pull it off screen and just clone those stuff. But okay, so let's go into here, click on the pages, and I'm just going to clone this page so that I can work on it and not break yours. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to rename this. We'll work in this now. We're not going to break yours up. So we're not going to spend too much time in here. This isn't a demonstration on group pages. I'm just going to delete this logo in the clone, right, so that we can get this up a little bit more here. Next, we're going to take this headline and we're going to make it a little bit bigger here. Right. So let's just take this, go like this, make that look a little bit more like a headline. As you can see, if we go back to Jim's, you can see it's more something like this. We can even take a look at the font that they're using, but that's not the purpose of this right now. So now that we're here, I've made this a little bit bigger, and what I'm not telling you to get rid of this. What we're saying is you can't have two headlines. One needs to be a headline, one needs to be a subheadline. Okay? So you want something like this. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take the padding on this box right here as well. This line right here. And I'm going to go into the spacing, and I'm going to make the padding a little bit tighter here, like this. I see that you've done what a lot of people do. You put that hard return in so that you could get it to look the way that you want. You're better off doing that with these margins here like this. Okay? So something like that. And you can even do that here as well. We could take this spacing and see if we tighten it up just a little bit. Okay? And then one other thing that, you have to understand, group pages has presets. That doesn't mean it's necessarily the best practice. Watch what I'm going to do right here. Notice Jim's. He's got some space here in the headline. I'm going to recommend that we go into right here, and we go into the line height, and we go and we make this a little bit tighter. Watch what happens when I go tighter. Does that look just a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what we're doing is we're cleaning up a lot of real estate. Now, frankly, John, I'm not sure how I feel about this background right here. I do understand it looks cool. It's branding and everything like that. That's subjective. That's certainly something that can be tested. But I would probably tend to go for something a little bit cleaner in this section. One of the things that we can't do, because I was told by David it won't be fixed until tomorrow, excuse me, is having a background here where I can do the opacity. But one of the things that I think are really cool is when I go down here, I kind of like this. Like if you had yourself speaking on stage or something along those lines, let's see if we can go to Brendan Burchard. See if he has a brand website. Let's just go to brendan.com, see if he has one of those. Okay. Hey, you kind of get well, he's doing it more with video, which is fine. But what I'm looking for is to get you on there, kind of like doing, I'll just go here like this, kind of like doing that, you're talking, you've got the microphone, you're on stage, if I'm going to learn from you, I want to see that you were in front of a group. That Tony Robbins shot, if you're pointing out to an audience and everybody's got their hand raised, if you've got any shot like that, I think that's cool. You kind of put that over here to the left, and then you take the rest here and you just black out the background and you fade it in. Any good graphic designer can help you with it. All right. But now let's look at the difference between yours and mine real quick. Just real quick. What we did is you have this and we went to this. See the difference already?
I'm not seeing that on the screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, neither is anybody else. Let's do this. Let's go like this. This is yours. I'm just going to toggle back and forth. Just like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, a couple of things that happened for some reason when I did the the size, your colors went away. But anyway, we were going to rewrite that headline, right? So
Hmm.
let's just take this one right here. And by the way, I like headlines with that actually have the quotes left in them. They just convert better, right? So we're going to go into here, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to delete all of this. Get rid of that L right there. Let's make this bold. And we have room to make it even bigger. Okay. So there we go. That's yours. Right, that and here. Now we can take some of these things and we can highlight them, like the word hardcover book, and then we can make that, either gold or like a yellow like this here, check
Hmm.
mark, like that. Now, what happens is this is where you got to play with things a little bit on each device. So maybe my padding needs to go a little bit thinner in this section here so that I could get that onto one line, right? And now I have what Donna calls this. I forget what she calls this. We don't want this in our headlines. She has a name for it. So we might either have to
An
make
orphan.
an orphan. So we might just have to make our font a little bit smaller here. There we go, just like that. All right.
Okay.
So again, maybe not the best use of the color. I could probably get you a gold or something like that. But here we're not. We're here to talk more about the concept. You can go in there later and fix
Sure.
that. So now check this out. I'm going to go back to ChatGPT, and I'm just going to take. Okay, I like this headline you gave me. And guys, if you're seeing how I use ChatGPT, I'm literally talking as if I was talking to an expert. I'm not using old school Google search keywords, right? Like best how to, right? I'm just talking like, hey, I like this headline you gave me. I'm going to give it to them, right? Put a comma. Now, please give me a good sub headline to go underneath this on the page. So it's going to work telling a story. We have the first headline, and now it's giving me a sub headline. So I don't think I like that, to be honest. Oh no! If you notice, here's what. Oh my God, it's brilliant! It just fooled me. I took one of the headlines. If you remember before, I saw that it kept overusing credibility, authority, and prestige. It was using that all over the place. I told them to give me this one here. And in this headline, it didn't use that. And so it realized, okay, I'll give you one that has more of what you were looking for before. I jumped to conclusions. I said, oh, it didn't understand. It's regurgitating the same stuff. No, we never used that before. So I'm going to take this without the quotes here. We don't need quotes in our sub headline. We're going to go here, and I'm going to take this stuff right here.
Hmm.
That F at the beginning. All right. And now I can make this a little bit bigger. There we go. We have our main headline. And now let's take this right here. Watch this. Rewrite this for me better. Colon, quote, paste, unquote. Give me more like that start with attention. All right. I'll ask you, John, which one do you like? So we should have 5. It'll probably give us 5. So we have attention experts looking to increase credibility and authority with a published book. Attention aspiring authors, no, because they're not. Yeah, well, they are aspiring authors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So attention professionals looking to boost their professional profile. I don't like that one. Attention leaders who want to share their message, and attention entrepreneurs who want to elevate. Which one you like?
Probably the first one.
All right. So we're just going to take that. And what do you think of the first one? Are you we can just put attention experts. Are you a speaker or a coach looking to write a book? I think this
Yeah.
one is the best right here, to be honest, because not everybody is a speaker or a coach, right? Let's go with this one right here. Let's put that in here. So we already have the attention. I like that you underlined it, so I'll get rid of this one. Attention experts. Let's now take all of this, make it bold. That, and I think we can make it a little bit bigger. There. All right, so yours. Let's hit save. This was yours. This is ours. Now, again, you can put a logo up there. I don't necessarily think it's necessary. If you're noticing, Jim didn't use one on his page, right? He's just what's in it for me. The user gets to the page, and they just want to know what's in it for me being on this page. All right, so let's go back to your page now. Explain to me what do you have here? These are basically 4 bullet points, right?
Right. So this is, I guess you could say the benefits of getting that book done, because now they can, they become that authority. They're able to attract more clients. They get into that top 1% of speakers and coaches, and they're able to, because of that credibility and authority, can charge higher prices than somebody that doesn't have it.
All right, so let me give you my thoughts, on this, in terms of best practices of page design. So when I see something like this, I'm expecting that when I hover over these things, they're going to light up as if it's a selection, almost as if these are navigation sections. Like, this is your about us, your contact us. Donna, do you get the similar thing when you get to a page and you see something like this, that these sections right here are kind of like navigation sections? Like, I might click here and this section will hover, and right. So
I
this
want
is
to
not
see more about those things when I see that.
That's exactly. I'm going exactly. Donna just said it. I want to see more. I'm expecting that I'm going to hover here, and these are going to highlight and take me to another page. Not, and I'm saying just visually, that's what my eyes gravitate because of the way that the page is laid out. These are kind of like navigation feature sections. So what I think would be better here would be to just use just regular bullets, maybe next to a form or a call to action button, right? So if I was gonna do, let's go back to this.
Okay, Hattie, you ready to go get
I'm
something?
gonna take this. I'm gonna make it a screenshot. Let me get rid of the. Trying to get rid of the red box around it. Okay, just highlight this. Okay. So we'll take this. Okay, and now I'm going to take some of the elements that you have on your page here that I like. All right, so we're going to take this here. And we'll put this like this. I would take these things. I'm just going to delete these for right now. Let's take this, make this call to action button something more like this. Take this image of you, make it a little bit smaller. Obviously, right, I'm giving you like a layout design, right? We could even do something like this at this point now. Now, I'm just giving like mock-up, right? So that we can understand how it would lay out. Now we've got a call to action here, this, and now I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to take these bullet points just for layout mode and go like this, right? Nice and clean. Obviously, they would have little bullet check marks. They would line up a little bit better. Now, again, this might be all on one line, so these might be a little bit more like this. But now you can either have a video here,
Hmm.
right? Or or just as we do it right here, your button would probably be a little bit smaller. But this to me is more is just easier on the eyes, right? If we just wipe out our brains for a second,
Yep.
I always use the expression, let's Jason Bourne ourselves. Like we wake up on a park bench and we have all of our expertise intact. We just have no recency bias of anything prior. So this is yours, right? Actually, no, that's not even yours. I think I made. Is that yours or did I? No, that's not yours. Yours was like this. We have to go like
Hmm.
this. I can't even go back. So let's just get a new screenshot of yours here. Okay. So yours is here. The big headline, the big logo here. I'm getting feedback from you, I think, John, again. You can just lower your speakers just a little bit. And this is the new one that we came up with, something more like that. In terms of layout, right? And so you're just getting right to the point. You'll probably get a better picture of you that will blend into the background a little bit more. You'll list your bullet points here, call to action. You may take this, this headline, leave it up there, move all of this stuff down a little bit here like this, right? Probably, I think that's better. Bringing this back to its original size, something like that. I think that's something that you want to work on. This is what you currently have. This would be your new headline, your new website in terms of layout. All right. Now, so the next thing, and then we're probably going to move on from here, John, and move on to our next guest. So really, the two things that I want to leave you with today is you want to distinguish yourself from a brand website. Now, a brand website can have navigation at the top and still be a one-pager. That's becoming more and more popular these days. Is who is about vision, contact, those different things, and it just all goes to different sections on the page.
Okay.
Obviously, something Groove Agency can help you with if you decide to go with Groove Agency or the Mastermind. And that's your brand website. And then secondarily, you're going to have a / become a published author, become -a published author. And then you would build a landing page designed specifically to get people to follow the call to action. Well, write copy that goes to their pain points, overcomes their pain points, gives them the promised land, their desires, their benefits achieved only through you. And all they simply need to do is enter click the button to apply for a free strategy session with you, right? In fact, I would even change this from book a complimentary coaching call. Never forget, the most powerful word in marketing is free. No matter how much we think that it's overused, the word free is very important. So I would probably say here, book your free strategy session. And then underneath, you can even use a sub-label to become a published author in 90 days. All right? Or begin your journey to being a published author, something along those lines. All right. So, John, any questions you have for me before we let you go?
No, not presently. Looks good. I like the ideas.
Yeah, very good. And again, I think you could use a little help personally with Groove Agency. I think what you've done is you've gotten the core ideas out as a draft, as a starting point. You've got your paint out, and you've made your first idea of what you want to do. But to get this to the point, to make you to make your brand be as good as your expertise, that's what's missing right now. Is you're good at getting people to become authors. You're not a landing page expert, so you should get somebody to help you with that, so that what you're presenting to people matches up with the services that you provide. All right. All right. Thank you very much, John. I'm going to bring Donna back in, bring you out, and we'll start talking about our next guest. Thanks very much.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I'm not sure our next guest is here yet. I mean, I know that they're not here yet. I can see that, but let me reach out to them. I told him that it would probably be about 2:30, and it's past that, so I'm just gonna reach out. Now, Brad, if you're on the stream, now's the good time to ping me.
What does this mean here? Mike, please add me to CM for free. Thank you very much. Oh, I just realized we never, Donna, how we have, GDP and all these different terms. We now have a new one in the company that I just realized, CM, Collective Mastermind.
Oh. Yeah, well, I don't know how to cut him up with that. CM.
Yeah. I'm sorry, random Facebook user that's showing up in the feed here. I don't apologize. I don't have your name. I can't put you into the mastermind for free. But you do get all the other trainings from the group for free. But the mastermind is something special that you have to invest in. You have to invest in. It will pay back for you. That I can promise you. All right, so we were expecting a second person today. Have we heard from them at all?
I spoke with him this morning. He had a doctor's appointment and was concerned about being back in time, but I didn't think it would be a problem if we were second. So I'm just gonna send him an email.
So let's play around. Don't worry about it. If they come, they come. I want to play with something that I want to show some people. David teases me. He's like, wow, every time Mike gets on, he talks about ChatGPT. It has taken over the world. What I mean by that is there's not a podcast, whether it's a sports podcast that I listen to, every single person is talking about how it's going to apply to their industry. It's been around. This OpenAI project's been around for years, but you had to sign up to become a developer. It took 3 months before they approved you. Now they do it instantly. Excuse me, just starting to get really sick. And yeah, it is what it is. You're out and around hugging people on Christmas Eve and all that stuff, New Year's Eve. So I saw a lot of my friends. I've seen people in different places creating software that started doing voice to text, and I was like, oh, I guess they're tapping into APIs. I didn't know that pretty much all roads led back, for the most part, to OpenAI, which is this project started by Elon Musk and Peter Thiel, and Microsoft invested billions into it. Big story behind it, Basically, there was Google that wanted to, they created the DeepMind, project, and Google did it for commercial purposes, and Peter Thiel and Elon Musk are famous for warning people about we don't know what's going to happen with AI. These things are fine if they're prompt based, but if this thing ever develops its own consciousness, it could be scary. Skynet, right? Right? So they created
the HBO show. I don't remember the name of it. It was about a startup and AI took over the world.
Oh yeah, that was Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley, yeah.
Yeah, the thing took over, and so that was what a funny show. Yeah. And so they created OpenAI. Let's talk about that. It's open, meaning open source API to any developer that wants to work on it. So what Peter Thiel and Elon Musk did with OpenAI is they wanted to juxtapose this against Google. They felt that if you take a look at like what Zuckerberg wants to do with the metaverse, how basically there's 5 big tech companies that if this didn't get commoditized, OpenAI could be used for such profit that it would leave humanity behind, and you'd only have the tech companies. And so these guys said, no, we're gonna democratize this technology and make it available to everyone. Now, a few things happened along the way. Number one, it's very, very expensive to run these different processes, and so they started out as a nonprofit organization, but they're realizing that they're going to have to allow other people to give commercial uses to it, and so they're rechanging the format. They've created a profit company underneath the nonprofit still. They're saying that that people that invest in that will never be able to receive more than 100x their dividend. And if you think that's a lot, it's really not a lot when you look at unicorns. And they're saying that they can only they're only allowed to make a certain amount of profit each year. I believe it's 20%. 80% of their of what would have been profit has to go back into the research. So some pretty interesting things are going on there. And so what I was looking at, let me see if I have. I'm going to show you. Let me close some of these things down here, and I'm gonna pull in a couple of YouTube videos for you to look at. And so let me talk a little bit more about some conversations that we're having in this company here about AI. We're talking with Mark Ling. He's a good friend of ours. They've used AI extensively in their business, and he said, Mike, you're greatly overestimating the complexities of AI. It's all done for you. You're basically in the user interface business. And so Mark and I had a long conversation the other day. So let me show you some things that can be done very, very easily with Groove later this year. We have a ton of other quote unquote scheduled priorities. But if we were to put one person onto the company, let me show you some things that you'd be able to do. So let's just open up MikeFilsame.com right now. And let's say that we put right here into our Groove pages a prompt that allowed you to just do something like this. Maybe put 2 slashes, right? And let's say that's the prompt. And now you type everything that we did into ChatGPT, and you'd be able to instantly come up with different headlines. And it would know where you are on your page, that this is a headline, this is a sub-headline, this is a text, this is bullet points, and you could just come in and say, either rewrite this or give me feature benefit for this, and literally build out your page. So that's one thing. The next is, let's go over to here. Imagine you were in Groove Blog, and I'm just going to go into this test blog so I don't break anything over at Groove Digital Academy. Don will be very, very happy about that. And I go to posts and I click on new posts. So now, imagine now that everything that we're doing right here, right? Let's start a new chat. Let's say I was going to say, write me a blog post titled for 5 ways to increase traffic with Instagram. Right? I need to write a blog post. And so I do this, and I get this right here. 5 simple strategies to boost, and that would literally just pop up right here, for us automatically, right through the prompt. So you wouldn't have to go through. Oops. Copy that. You wouldn't have to go through, outside things. And then right from here, you would say, now write this article, or write an outline for this article. Expand on this. All happening right here. And then imagine that you go right here, and you say, / give me enter keywords for this blog post, and then it'll automatically write your excerpts, and it'll write your meta tags and all this information. Or you can just have a feature here that says use magic settings, and all of this stuff automatically fills out for you. I was talking with Husni. He's been studying the API for the last 3 days. He said, this stuff is so ridiculously easy. But let's not stop there, right? Let's imagine that you're here. And you're in Groove Cart. You can imagine, write features for this product listing, write a description for this product listing, or you're here in Groove Mail. And let's just say you were going to do a new broadcast. You gave it a name. Selected recipients. Let me see if I can skip this. Oh, I got to select one. What am I doing wrong here, Donna? Did I do something wrong?
I wasn't watching you. Select recipients. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not allowing me to. All right, let me exit this. Let me just go back. All right, so I gave it a name. Let's just give it a name. Chats. Oh, well, it doesn't need a category. Doesn't have to happen. Not that I'm aware of.
Not that I'm aware of. Did in one. Just I don't know.
All right, so we're going to do it a different way. So we're going to just go here. Let's delete this. And let's just go to the professional email templates here. And if you were writing an email, let's just say you were starting with a blank email, but you can imagine right inside of your email builder, as you're writing a paragraph, drop content here, you just put in / and then you say, write me an email subject line, write me the body, and it'll just automatically write your emails to your subscribers. And how would that look, right? It would look like this. Write me an email to my paid customers promoting Jasper.ai, right? And so now you could say, make it funnier when you're done, make it, use urgency, use scarcity, and it'll just rewrite them. And so right here for you, it's writing your email for you. Now you could go in and you could tweak it, you could add some stuff, but it's giving you the guts of the email. So these are some things that that could literally be put into Groove pages because the UI exists already. Just tapping in this prompt system built right into Groove for you. So having said that, I was looking at another person and he's contacted me. I'm going to have a call with him later this week. He has a site called Sidekick.ai, or it could be sidekickai.com. Okay, no, it's Sidekick.ai. All right, so basically, what this does, and you can basically, let's just take this right here and go to YouTube, and I'll show you a little video on this, because I want to show you some things that you can imagine are going to be coming soon with different technology companies. So, okay. So what this person is doing is he's using the API that exists for ChatGPT and DALL-E, right? And this is probably their DALL-E as well. And he's basically saying, just make me a page. The same way that you would talk to the designer in Groove Agency or in an agency and say, hey, do me a favor, make me a website that looks like this, etc. And watch what's going to happen here. Just like that, it generated a landing page. Just like that, it made a landing page. And this can do your brand website. And you'll notice up at the top up here, it has different colors so that you could change the colors as well. Or you can do that all through the prompt, etc. You can, and so then you'll notice here at the end, when he's done, he has a feature here that says export. And you see the little logo. It's hard for you to see, but the logo is Webflow. So basically, there's an AI website designer, a tool out there that will design a website for you, and just using prompts. And when you're done, you click export, and it imports this into Webflow where you can work it. So I've asked him, number one, to design an export for Groove pages, but you can bet your bottom dollar that eventually Groove will have the ability for not only my designers, but for you to be able to say, make me a landing page. And so here's what I want to do. I'm going to see if I can drop 2 links over to Donna, and I'm going to have her put these in the chat so that you guys can watch this later. And again, what I'm doing right now is I'm creating a little bit of time, to kill for us. Let me just make sure I didn't put a timestamp in there. Yep, no timestamp. And then this one here, I'm gonna make sure we get rid of the timestamp. You guys don't need that. Okay, I'll give that to Donna as well. She'll post that into into the. So what I want to show you right here, I'll kind of narrate what he's doing. So first, look what he's doing before he's asking for a design. Okay, I'll just make this a little bit larger here. Before he's asking for a design, he's typing in, give me the broad outline for a website. He puts as much typos as me, yes, including a hero title, tagline, call to action button, and maybe a section for features. So let's skip ahead a little bit. He's building a shoe website. So it's giving you the block by block section that your website should have. Okay, so I'm going to pause this. I'm going to go now. This is all just website outline. And now he's going into what you want to do. Okay, is you want to Google this. You want to Google Mid-Journey Discord. You're going to need to download the Discord app, and you're going to find a link right here that's going to bring you right to Mid-Journey's Discord, which is over here. It's just like this. And this is I'm actually in the Discord client right here. I'm a human. Well, I'm not going to do this right now because we're not going to worry about me dealing with a caption, all that stuff. But essentially, I wanted to show you that what is Mid-Journey? Mid-Journey is a company that took the AI that OpenAI did for images called DALL-E, and you'll be so surprised on what it can do. So watch what he does right here. He types in the prompt in this section right here. Let me show you where he gives it a Discord prompt. Okay. So these designs came right from Mid-Journey, literally from Mid-Journey. So, we just had John on before. You'll be able to go into here and say, design me a website or design me a section. And then you could either download the image and then reinterpret it into group pages, or you could bet that very, very soon you're going to be able to type a prompt like this and literally say, create me a section with 3 testimonials, et cetera, and you're going to have your own designs are going to be coming just like that. So these videos will show you a little bit better how this works. You'll actually be able to see his workflow. Obviously, he's doing it in different editors like Figma that you could simply do right into group pages. Here's another person that did some designs right here, and he's basically showing you, different things that he's saying. Make me a vitamin water website mockup, just like this. So guys, you can do this right now. You don't even necessarily have to rely on our templates. He just said, give me a watch. 4 different website templates for watches. And then if this is number 3, he'll say, give me a high definition version of that. So these are unique designs that don't exist anywhere in the world. This was a prompt that he put in for a sneaker website. And then you could do this for each section. Literally, this is a workflow that you can do, and then you could copy these images and text and just take this right over and build this out completely into group pages. So maybe we'll have a complete tutorial on this. I'll play around with it, but I'm looking at what you people are putting here in the chat. You're putting unbelievable, wow, obviously. So these are designs that one thing I would tell you is just go into YouTube and start doing things. Donna has looked into this as well. Donna will tell you the thing that you want to get good at is mastering how the prompt works. Being able to say, give me a design in the style of Monet or in the style of this, that features a man doing this, a sneaker, and the colors of the brand should be purple and yellow, and it'll give you exactly what you want. And so what I would just recommend is look at this one right here. motorcycle, a power bike website. And as you can see, it just puts in its own version of lorem ipsum. But talk about what this is doing for you to be able to take stuff and just bring the images over to group pages, right? You can even give the prompt and say, believe it or not, for use in a page builder, so give me just the background image without text. It'll give you anything that you want. Anything that you want will be able to be done with that. So I gave you the 2 YouTube videos with that, ladies and gentlemen. What you want to do is watch those videos and watch what will happen to YouTube. They will start feeding you these videos over and over. You know how the algorithm works. So just say, how do I design a website in Discord and export it to Webflow? Well, if it can give you a workflow on how to do that, well, then you can just substitute Webflow for group pages and be able to do that. So that was me running a little bit of filler time there on some of what we see AI as the future for our company and other different types of companies. Let me give you some other things here until I see the person pop in. Some ideas that you can do for startups. I've even got some ideas for simple startup. There's a guy you could look at this, Enhance.ai. He just sold his site for several $100,000 to Copymatic. He can, if you go to YouTube and you look at how I created a SaaS company, and he did this. This video is a year old. Enhance.ai. If you Google that, you're going to see how ChatGPT built a business idea site, and this guy basically says, how he built his site called Enhance.ai, and basically all it was basically ChatGPT but made for developers and code, and you could say things like, you could take in any code that was in PHP and say, convert this to JavaScript, and it would rewrite the code. Now we all know that this stuff is very, very, very easy. Very, very easy. But he created a site and he sold it for several $100,000. So Donna, what I was thinking was what Matt Stafford gave us the other day was a workflow. I was actually looking at different brands called like SEO Pipeline or something, and basically it just walks you through like a collapsible wizard, and it says start with your blog headline. How many do you want? 3. Choose one. Okay. Then it knows, right? Create an outline, expand, do all of these different things, give you the keywords, and then when you're done, it literally wrote an article for you. But this is something just focused on, article type or whatever you would call it. Something like that with a user interface that you pull down from Tailwind can now be designed in about 2 weeks. You could have and if you want to put the payment gateway and all that stuff in there, in 30 days, you could have a complete SaaS website doing some of these things. That's essentially what Jasper did, is they created a user interface around OpenAI.
What Jasper did is sort of interesting, because the user interface adds stuff to the prompts on the back end. Yes. Remember you said that I said that the art in AI is constructing the query?
Yes.
What Jasper has done is they've taken some of that art off of your responsibility. So when you ask for a headline, it's saying a headline in the form of direct response marketing. It's adding like all of these elements into your headline query, so you don't have to think about it.
Yeah, like I'll give you an example. Like this email. Watch this. I'm going to share my screen, and Bradley, we see you in there. But watch this. Now, give me a headline for this email. And I'm doing that for a reason, because I'm going to show you what Donna was saying. All right, so we have to refresh this page, verify that I'm a human, go back to this this one. And I say now give me a headline for this email. But now I'm going to show you what Donna was saying. Watch this. This might be built into Jasper. Maybe not with this prompt, but I'm giving you an example. Now make it more clickbaity. All right. So these types of things are different little things that you can put in there. Even the email, the email above, write it with more direct response. Use humor and urgency. This is what Donna was saying, is that these things are pre-built in to the queries at Jasper. So look at this. You can see this. We feel you, right? Are these things eating up your time? We feel you. You can see it went from formal to more humorous. And let's see if they put in any urgency. They're probably going to put the urgency at the end, right? And you can even see it's conversational. Sounds like a dream come true, right? Question mark. Hurry. There you go. Add. See, these prompts are probably pre-built in. Hurry, this offer won't last. And so that's the difference. If you're going to use ChatGPT, you're going to have to know how to add all of the spice, salt, and pepper in there. With Jasper and these companies, it's built in. And if you were to create your own SaaS company, very easy, one developer that knows how to marry this UI to the prompts, well, you could create an SEO pipeline for people to write their articles for them. All right, so I see that we have Bradley in here now. Bradley, we're going to bring you on in just a minute. Donna, did you give me any information on Bradley yet for
I did. It's in your chat. Just scroll up.
Okay.
It's right under John's.
Okay.
Second message from today. From me.
Second up. Oh, the link didn't show up. I see.
Oh, yeah, because it's all one word. Sorry about that. It's my bad, copy and paste.
Oh, it's okay. All good. All right. So, Bradley, give me a thumbs up if you're ready, or a thumbs down if you need a few minutes. Thumbs up. We're going to bring Bradley right into the stream here. Bradley, welcome to the live stream. How are you?
Doing good. I'm actually kind of sitting here in the middle of a tornado warning or watch. I forget which it was, but
oh my goodness, what a horrible timing for you. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Yeah, but you still got your power, obviously, and all that stuff. So
far so good.
All right. Well, Bradley, about a half hour ago, I just completely froze and got dropped out of the live stream. If that happens to you, I think you're going to scare the hell out of all of us. So.
I'll be back as soon as possible, I promise.
All right. Okay. So, as long as, you don't get tossed up like Dorothy and show up in the world of Oz. All right. So, Bradley, I got your website up. We're going to show it in just a minute. I want to ask you first, is that built in Groove Pages?
Yes. Of
course. And tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about what you want to go over with us today.
My background's in property management and asset management, like single family, multifamily, clean them up, turn them around, show people how to buy the right property if they're investing for rentals and stuff, and teaching real estate agents how to increase their sphere of influence. Retired out of that to take care of my parents for about 6 or 7 years, and then relocated just before COVID out here to Tennessee. And now I'm like trying to regroup, restructure, build a list, just everything from the very, very beginning. And I kind of get how all the pieces go together and groove. And totally unsolicited for everybody, I've looked at a whole bunch of stuff. And when Groove came up and it first came out, it was like, oh, this is perfect. This is the one thing where I don't have to go grab 10 million pieces of, pardon my language, crap I don't understand and try to make it fit. This has got everything I've been studying to put something together. Now I got to do is figure out how the hell to make it work, and then how to market what I have, and that's where everything kind of fell apart. I kind of get some groove, but it's not my background. And then the marketing part, I've never really had to market myself or my skills. Um, I've been blessed in that once I got into the business, I was always in high demand. I could build
Very
a
good.
reputation of the go-to guy, call him up, get the problem solved, pay him some money next. And so it was kind of
So,
like, okay, now what do I do?
so you dealt with a local community in the past, right? Like property management. Mostly, you were dealing with the people in your county, right?
Yeah, pretty much California, Nevada, Western, and now I'm on the East Coast, and it's like, who's the damn Yankee and what does he know?
All right. So tell me, if you could snap your finger, what does your business look like? Tell me who your client is and what their pain point is,
Um, that's something I've had a
or
little bit of
what they're looking,
experience with.
or what service they need from you.
Um, as far as real estate agents, I think I've got that dialed in. Increase their
Okay.
sphere of influence, get them more sales,
So you're
and
B2B. You're B2B, not B2C, right? You're working with real estate agents as your ideal client.
yeah, I think so. I think that would be it. I think that would be the most lucrative one. And then the individual property owner who's went and out of house they inherited, or person who's bought one or two rentals that's gone through a seminar on how to buy them, but then how do you deal with tenants and toilets and not have it drive you crazy, and structure it so it makes sense. Those are kind of the two clients I've been looking at.
So your ideal client is a property management entrepreneur or a real estate entrepreneur.
A
But we
real
can put
estate,
commas. We can put some commas there. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
yeah, real estate entrepreneur and investor who is trying to get the mailbox money cash cow scenario.
Is this a person that wants to flip houses, or they want to buy houses, improve them, and get rental income from them?
The rental income side. I know how to do the fix and flip, but that market is so flooded. I'm choosing to stay out of it.
Yeah. What did you call it? Something income side? The what side?
Fix and flip. Fix and flip is what I'm staying out of. The
Yeah.
income
And what
side, the cash
income?
cow.
Okay. Cash cow. Okay. I'm going to put here from the old words of the Carlton Sheets and all those guys back in the day, the cash flow systems. That's what you're doing. For people that are looking for cash flow systems and investments, building a portfolio, right?
Yeah, mailbox money.
And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Mailbox money. Now, what mailbox money implies is that I do something, set up the system, and I don't have to worry about it. And if we're talking about real estate, that means that these people, you're going to probably teach them how to deal with property managers, and they're going to automate all this stuff. So nobody's calling them it's not mailbox money if somebody calls you up at 2 a.m. and says, my pipe just burst because of the freezing temperature, right? Somebody else has to deal with that for that to be a mailbox money business. All right. Very good.
Okay, I see your point. Yeah, there are ways to structure that, and it depends on what your comfort level is as an investor. Some people can't stand to talk to tenants, and they do need a management company.
Some people like to manage their properties and be that person and keep more profit. Got it.
Yeah, and other people micromanage the fact that the tenant left the blinds open today. It's like, so what?
Yeah. Well, look, we know there's all types of people.
Yep.
So you see here on the screen here, this is just some notes that I put. The ideal client is a property management entrepreneur, real estate investment, cash flow systems, building a portfolio, mailbox money. Just some keywords related around your people. All right.
Okay.
So now, from what I gather, you built a career being the expert on this, and you're trying to now transition this to an online guru. Like, hey, I want to talk to somebody that's living in uh, in Kansas or in upstate New York. It doesn't matter. I've got a wealth of information now that I can now help people with. All
Yep,
right.
I've even got a book I wrote when I was taking care of my parents, and rewrote, I think like a couple years ago when COVID hit, with some more updated stuff. But it's a lot of the steps in the process to find the right tenant, make sure your property looks good, how to screen and hire the
So,
right property manager. Because
so you have a system, right?
I would
Now,
say, yeah, there's a system you can follow.
let me ask you this. If I'm going to work with you, what is your ideal way for people to work with you? Do you want to do consulting or do you want to automate your business and sell a course?
I don't know. I honestly don't know what the best way to go is. I like the idea of a higher level consulting for people that want to transition out of having 4 or 5 single family homes into a 20 or 30 unit apartment complex. Um, but
Do you have a
that's where
course
I'm
yet?
stumbling.
That's okay. That's what we're here for today. That's what we're
Cool.
here for today. What's easy for you in real estate is easy for me in this. It's just very, very simple.
That's
To
why
me,
we're
this
going to make a great team and both make a lot of money.
absolutely, my friend. And let me tell you, um, when you take a recipe, right? There's basically three things that are needed in the recipe. Uh, the first thing is the ingredients, right? Like exactly what are the ingredients? Get everything in place so that it's ready. The number two thing that's needed is the instructions, right? And then the third thing that's needed, I think, over and above the instructions, is a visual instructor or a coach, basically somebody that's done it before, right? So if you say, now do this with me, right? I could show you in a book how to beat eggs, right? But if you're standing next to me and you're seeing the speed that I'm doing it, the sound that it's making, and I'm saying, don't get too much air in the eggs, go more back and forth rather than fluffing it high and everything like that, right? Um, at the end of the day, if you made if you're sitting next to Gordon Ramsay, right? Um, it's possible that if you made his beef Wellington 5 times with him, on the fifth time, it's probably likely that you could serve it and people wouldn't know that it wasn't cooked by Gordon Ramsay, right? Because all there is a system. So that's what you have with your real estate system. You're confident in what you're doing. And I'm going to do the same stuff here for you today. So um, the first thing that we're doing before we get into the website and all these different things is we've got to identify what we're selling and who the target market is. The first thing we've done is we've identified the target market. The second thing is how do we serve them? You told me that you have a book. So I put down book and I immediately just put in parentheses there, start a funnel, because uh, that's a great lead generation. We can turn that into a PDF. We can turn that into a paperback, a hardcover. We could ship it many different ways that we could use it as a lead magnet, right? A lead magnet is literally something that we could dangle. It's a carrot. It's a magnet. It attracts people to your business for you to generate leads. Leads leads are prospects. We need to turn those people into customers, right? In order to do that, that's the funnel. And in the funnel, whoops, sorry guys. In the funnel here, you're going to have something that you're going to sell them. If you're noticing, I put here higher level consulting at the back end, because maybe not every person that's willing to give you money has to take up your time, right? I always talk, especially at my age and your age, Bradley, making money is a key thing, but we're at a point in our life where just to make money doesn't mean that we want to wake up at 8 a.m. and go to bed at 10 p.m. and have 11 clients that we talk to every day, 7 days a week, We have to have a lifestyle, right? So we could supplement that with this section right here and let this be our ideal set of customers right here. Only the people that you enjoy working with, right? And then you can figure out how you're gonna, how you're gonna charge them. You're very, very good at that. You've done that in the past. Whether or not it's simply flat fees or if you take a percentage of their business or whatever. But let's talk about this section right here for right now. Have between the book and the consulting, you don't have anything to sell at this point, right?
I've broken the book up into a couple relevant chapters that I've seen people really asking about on Facebook. And I've got another, I think it's like a 9 or 10 page PDF, like the top was a top.
Here's my advice. My advice would be to take the outline of the book and then make it into a sub, and then basically outline, sub outline, and put a complete outline of this book, and then turn that into a video course. Let me give you a perfect example of that. Our very, very good friend here. This book right here by Jeff Walker. He looks like he's got two different versions. He's got the yellow and the blue, right? So I'm not sure. This is the 2014 version. This is 2021. So let's talk about the latest one, right? So what is Launch? You're going to be surprised when I tell you this. Launch is what Jeff Walker sells for $2,000 in a book. Books sell for $20. Courses sell for $500, $1,000, $1,500, or $2,000. What is the difference between a book and a course? Well, we can take everything that we're talking about here today and we can transcribe it and turn it into a book. But there's something at a higher level when we are emoting and we're talking and we're going over. Let me show you in this tab right here, and then you pull up a real estate listing. Here's the problem that this person is doing right here. You see the picture of the house right here, it's never going to show, right? That type of stuff just doesn't translate in the book. In the book, you can say best practices, but a course is going to expand on it. So what you have right here is Jeff Walker's book is literally $20, $18.29. You're going to say to yourself, so why in the world do people pay $2,000 for his course? Well, you're getting to hear Jeff Walker expand on every single chapter in the book. So what you want to do, Bradley, is you want to take your book and literally turn it into an outline in Groove Member. So I'll give you an example of how that looks.
Okay.
We're going to go into Groove Member here. And we're going to go into all of these different memberships that we have. And I'm going to go into this one here called Demo. All right. And we're going to create a course. We're going to look at our different courses that we have here. This is a demo course right here. So let's just open this up. Over here, we have our course outline. So I'm going to ask you, we're just going to have a little bit of fun. I'm going to show you how easy this is, right? Let's just say that this one right here, we're just going to get it out of the way. We're just going to call this the introduction, right? Okay. Let's not spend too much time there. We kind of get that. There's a lesson in there. What's your first chapter called? In your book, the book that you wrote. What's your first chapter after the introduction?
What do you do with a rental property?
Okay. Let's just make it broad. Rental properties. All right. So let's start going down. Let's add a chapter before we even do a lesson. So I'm just going to put this up here. Give me a sub chapters in. Was that your house?
Yeah, Yeah. You could hear that, huh?
Oh yeah. I probably would have kept going if I didn't remember that you said you'd had a tornado going over.
Well, I don't know if that's going to hit yet, but
Sounded like it.
so chapter
Just let
2
us know if the roof comes off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll figure out a way to hold the camera up. You'll get some great.
Start seeing paper start flying up.
Yeah.
Get a little worried.
I should find my shirt that says Anti-M, hate Kansas, hate the farm, took the dog Dorothy. Chapter 2 is who are you, investor or landlord?
No. So in rentals, give me some subtitles that I'm going to learn about rentals. Give me just. In fact, here let me pull this up. Let's brainstorm a couple of things in rentals that I'm going to learn.
So in chapter 1,
break down things I'm going to learn about rentals. I'm going to learn how to find the property, just different things like that we would expand on that.
oh okay. The way I've got it broken down, determine your real estate goal.
Okay. Set your goal. Okay. What else?
Invest for cash flow or future value.
Investor. All right. So basically, what we're going to do right here, Bradley, is we're just going to start building that out. So I'm not going to do all of those. I want to just basically show you that we have the outline builder in Groove already, right? So we're just going to set your goal, right? Or goal setting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, so once that's done, I've now built out rental properties, goal settings in there. And now the only thing where I teach is these little green sections here. They're called the lessons. So once I click in here, you're going to see I have a lesson here. Well, this is not a good example because I'm in something we've been playing with. Let me just go and just grab like a blank lesson in here. All right. And you'll see now that, when I'm inside of a lesson, I can just start building out my lesson here. I can add a video, I could add content, whatever the case may be. So all you need to do is start recording your screen. And, do you know how to record your screen?
Yeah, I've got. I can muddle through and figure that one out. I've done it a few times. It just never occurred to me to record the screen. I always thought it had to be me.
Yeah, no, you see what I'm doing right now? I'm in the corner, right? So if I were to open up my ScreenFlow software, I use a Mac, so I'll give you an example of how this looks here. You're going to see my camera show up, right? I say, let's get rid of everything, right? So I start with, well, what do I want to do? I want to record you see that little red bar just shows up here. I want to record my screen. The next thing I want to do is I want to record my microphone. That's this one, right? And I could click this little eye to make sure I've got audio popping in. And then I also want to add my camera, right? So let's add my Elgato face cam. No, we're going to add the this camera right here. And again, to see that shows up right here. So now, when I record my screen, I'll just create a real quick video for you. I'm going to go to the most trusted name in news. The most trusted name in news, CNN. All right. 100% trust rating in the United States. And I'm talking about how CNN works. And you could click on articles here. And then when I'm done, I hit stop recording. And let's close that out because it's in my ear. So now you're going to see what happens is I get my screen here, and I get this right here that I can put anywhere I want. I can make it a little bit smaller. And you're noticing my face is looking this way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that looks really bad. Let's just get rid of this, right? Oh, that was actually CNN's pop-up. But that looks really bad. Whoops. I have to select this. When I'm looking away from the content. So it just happens that my screen, I'm looking at the content here. I'd probably put this here. And there we go. Now I've got a way that I can record my audio, my screen, and have me in. And then if there's a certain point where I want to get away from the screen, well, then at that point, right, I would just make a cut, and I would just make this completely the biggest part right there if I'm just talking and there's no need for the screen. So every recording software out there can do that. And just like that, that's how you can create good course content. So what I would do is I would take your book and I would turn it into a home study course. And that's basically, I'm going to leave it simple for you there with your goal. And now we're going to go look at your website. All right. Now,
Okay, cool. I like that. I understand that.
all right. So I'm going to give you an A for effort here on the website because I understand that this is not your expertise, and you went in, you threw a navigation system up here. But I'm gonna tell you this, Bradley. I can and I will go over your website with you, but I can tell you that your landing page handicap. It's probably better that you understand that you know what you want to get done, but you have an expert do it for you. Okay, that's really, really the key. And again, obviously, today's a mastermind preview. This is what Groove Agency does. You'll work with me once a month like this. We'll take my ideas. You'll give them the recording. Say, this is what Mike said to do, and you're gonna get out there and do what you want to do. One of the things that we got to understand is, I'm a pretty good marketer, but at the end of the day, I don't write all of the copy. I have to let that go. I certainly don't do the graphic design. I don't build the websites. I don't send the emails out every day that are signed with my name, right? I read them, and if they need correction, I tell Carl, hey, I wouldn't say that. Next time, say this, right? Little things like that, we have to understand, right? That there are other things that go on in the company that I simply can't do. I'll do the webinars, I'll do the live streams, but I don't build the landing pages, I don't build our funnels, I don't do our ads. I don't create our ad sets. I meet with my ad team every Thursday at 4:30 p.m. and they show me the keywords that they're doing. And you know what I do? I throw out some ideas. I would say 30% of the time, my ideas are pretty good, that I can even tell an ad agency what to do. The other 70% of the time, they let me know I'm talking out my butt. They say, no, Mike, that, you do that, you're going to get your account banned. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, so that goes to show you that as much as I know, I have professionals that do these things for me. There's no shame in that. One of the things with that, that we went over in that webinar the other day is that, to have 3 people on your team is $9,000 a month, right? At $3,000. You can't expect somebody to come work for you for less than $3,000. We've identified that you need 5, and that's going to cost you $15,000 a month. And we throw in Groove Agency for free with people on our mastermind. So 15,000 gets you 1 year of Groove Agency and all the other things in the coaching. So that's a pitch to everyone listening and you to let you know sometimes it's just easier to focus on the content creation and not try to figure out how Groove Pages works. Now I could go here and I could tell you, here's the template that you should have used and here's how it works. That's what you're gonna get in the mastermind on the different days where we're doing training throughout the week. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna critique your page from just from what you have right here and see what you're trying to accomplish. So you have propertymanagementmadeeasy.com. All right, pretty good domain name. A little long, but it's got a benefit in there, so I'm okay with it. Hey, it's Bradley from propertymanagementmadeeasy.com. It just flows. One more syllable in there, I might trip over myself, but it's good. So what I can see that you did here is you did what I said to the girl the other day. We lost Bradley. There he is. She did what I call blank page syndrome. It looks like you started with a blank page and just dragged over elements and said, hey, I need a text section here. Bradley, I'm having fun with you here, right? Oh, thank you.
No, I get it. It.
But this is a 2003 website. Very, very acceptable website for 2003. And it almost has that pre-MySpace look. But we want your website to have all of these literally elements, right? That's why we say drag this element. These are elements without layout, right? So we're going to assume that we can make this so easy by getting a good template for you and transposing all of this information to the template. One of the first things I want to let every user know in Groove is to make sure that you're using our templates. Recently, we've turned Groove, the free platform, the templates are available to get onto the canvas for users, but the templates are no longer available to be published for free users. So you have to at least choose our $39 a month plan, which is $479 a year, to use one of these templates. But
Which is a good deal.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But here's one of the other things that you got to realize too is that when you take something like the plumber website doesn't have to be for plumbers. It simply means that we have a layout here that we pre-designed for a plumber. But with one change of an image, we could turn this into a real estate website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these, right? I'm just going to put, this is my account, not yours, Bradley. And I'm just giving you an example here of why we want to start with these types of templates. Is it has these things like pre-built in for us. So simply because we have our services here, right? As we said, it's just a template. We could go in here and change these images to real estate images, change these to our bullets, and then look what it says here. Write a few words about this service so that it answers a few questions. I showed you before. Give me an idea. Give me just one tip. I'm just going to show everybody before that this is something that's going to be a common theme for everyone moving forward. Give me one of the services that, or give me a benefit that somebody would get by getting with your program. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it from your own website. Let's actually do this. How to screen applicants. All right. Watch this. Write me one paragraph else copy on how to screen applicants for my website excuse me, consulting real estate entrepreneurs. Just like that. Oh, wrong type of applicants, right? So we have to dial this in. You see, it looked like it was an applicant for a team member. So we're looking
For my rental property.
Yeah. How to screen rental applicants. Just like that. All right. As a real estate entrepreneur, you want to make sure you're renting to reliable and responsible tenants. An effective way to screen rental applicants is by now look, it's going to give you something you may not agree with. You may take this format and then put your expertise in there. But this is how simple it would be to take something like this and then go into this right here and say screening applicants. Now, I'm going to just show you one more thing. I think that we have this text that I copied is just too big, right? So what I'm going to simply do is I'm going to say, now make it 2 sentences. See, so now it's just going to make it more concise. So I can now take this and just say something like this in here, right? Looks a little bit better, just like that. But my point that I'm showing you here, Bradley, is that this layout is pre-built for you to follow, right? It's pre-built for you. The other thing that we can do, you might not have been here the other day, you could write something like this. Let's start a new chat so it doesn't have any context of our previous conversation. Write me a section by section outline for my website website that caters to real estate entrepreneurs. So what you're going to do here is you're going to get, basically your outline on how you want to lay out the section of your website, and then you can then take these blocks here, and then you can move them up and down or rewrite them to look as exactly what this outline is giving you right here. So it's basically saying that your outline should be, your introduction section, your hero section, your resources, right? And if you notice, we have that right here, our services, just like that. Okay. Next, success stories, services, community, about us. And then you can just follow an outline like this and then use these pre-built templates that look gorgeous here. And if you don't need a section, like areas we serve, you know what? I probably don't need that. You just delete it. And your website's going to look a lot cleaner by following something like this. It said that, I think it said success stories, right? Is that what it said? Success stories, right? So you would simply put that right in here. Maybe you would leave it as recent testimonials or just call it success stories. And then just build it out just as it's saying here. And remember, we also have block sections that you can add at any time, right? So if it says that you need a call to action, well, you click on the call to action and you could pull any of these call to action sections in just like this and pop it in right here, just like that, and embed your Calendly meeting or whatever the case may be. All right. So that's what I think you need more than anything is, number one, a layout makeover, following either a new template that would be designed custom for you with Groove Agency. And if you're not going to be in the mastermind, at least use some of the templates that we provide, and then use what I showed you here with ChatGPT to give you the outline, and then outline, once you have the outline, then say, either write me a section for this or rewrite this, right? That's one of the beautiful things about ChatGPT is it allows you to dump your ideas out there and then just say, rewrite this better. But basically, I'm just going to take what you had on your website there, little typo it says even right there in successful, and just say rewrite this better, and you're going to notice it's going to know more about you or present you better than even the way you wrote it. So there you go. Look at that. It rewrote that a little bit better than the way that you did. Right? And that's one of the beautiful things now that wasn't even available 6 weeks ago. That just takes a lot of the thought out of it. We can now do the brain dump and just dump some great ideas out and now say, make me a paragraph with these notes. And it'll write it for us like that. If you don't like it, you say, write it again. Make it now add humor. Not that we would, but just showing you here. Mm-hmm. We can just, it'll rewrite the same thing with, Donna likes these kinds of websites, right? Well, especially when we're involving Groovezilla, right? We want our text to be quippy and a little bit of fun, right? Here's another one. Watch this. This is something that we learned the other day from Matt Stafford. Now, rewrite that last one, because we told it just to rewrite it to someone, watch this, with a 4th grade reading level. Not that we're dumbing it down for people. It's actually just better. It's the way that we talk. We talk to each other with a 4th grade reading level. We tend to write as if we're writing for Frasier and his brother on Frasier, So
yeah, we speak at a 4th or 5th grade level. We write at a 2nd, 3rd year college level.
Yeah.
Where was this when I was trying to get through college? I put it up better grade.
I saw somebody in the chat before, right? I didn't highlight it, but said, colleges are going to have colleges and schools. So the other day for Thanksgiving, my brother's dating a school teacher. When I showed her this, her literal expression, I'm not even joking. She literally went, "What?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Show me this." She goes, "Are my students using this?" My brother's 2 daughters said, "I'm using it." And she said, "So you could write it." I showed her how you could write an essay on anything. So, hey, times are changing, right? The calculator was invented, right? Computer graphics were invented. Here's what I'm scared of, 30-second rant, is that the entire ChatGPT brain was built on human writing. If all writing is going to be now built by AI, the AI in the future is only going to learn from AI. And one of the things that in order to write something, you have to read. And so, yes, we have access to information, but nothing is going to take the place of having a school assignment that says, read War and Peace, right? Over the next 4 months, and then write an essay on it. Because the essay is not just the task, it's the critical thinking that went involved about the emotions that you learned in the journey of reading the book. And we all remember that in high school. And so what I think is going to need to happen is I think your essays are going to have to be verbal, right? I think that you can write it in Chat GPT, but I think your teacher is going to come up and say, great, give me a summary of what you wrote. And if you can't, well, then you're not properly learning. But I get what you're saying. Where was this when I was just trying to build my darn website, right? So you can see this one here. This one right here, very formal, with 4 decades of hands-on experience in property management, writing and real estate investing, right? And then here we set it in a 4th grade level, right? Are you interested in owning and managing real estate properties? With my 40 years of experience, I can help you do it successfully and even create wealth to pass it. Very conversational. Great ways to get your VSLs done, your video sales letters, different things like that, right?
Yeah,
So,
great script writing, and I like the second version because it seems to resonate with the audience that I'm starting to identify.
yeah, so I'm just gonna. Well, I shouldn't have hit share. This is what crashed my computer last time. Well, it didn't crash it this time, so thank goodness. I'll just give that to Donna. She'll see how she can get that over to you. It's just all the conversation I just had with her, and I'll get her the other one too, your previous one, because I did it in 2 versions.
Yeah, she's got my email, so she can
Yeah.
shoot it that way if she wants to.
So
Thank you.
yeah, so that's pretty much it, Carl. You've got this has to be completely redone. So your takeaways from today is you need to take your book and turn it into a course, and then you need to create 2 different things. You need to create a brand website and a landing page off of that website. The brand website is to talk about who you are, right? That's kind of like what I have opened up in here. This is a brand website, tells you about your services, your navigation, all that good stuff. But then we also want to build your funnel for you. We want to be able to build your funnel so that we can start creating a multi-pronged action plan for you to get traffic from social media, from search engines, or what we call search engine marketing, search engine optimization of your pages, joint ventures and affiliates, and media buying. One step at a time. These things don't happen overnight. But now, obviously, you could do this yourself, right? This is a preview day for our mastermind. You can do it yourself, or you could work with us professionals by going to Groove, just collectivemastermind.net. You can watch that video if you missed it. It explains everything that goes on and what we're giving for everybody in the mastermind. Donna, is this a new video or just a different player?
It is the same video. I noticed the thing that you're noticing, and I was having that issue as well.
Yeah, sometimes you got to play it twice.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think they just changed the player, I guess, to match the brand colors. Is what they did. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think you got it though. It's working.
Yeah, I just had to refresh the page. Okay, so Bradley, before we let you go, I wanted to ask any questions that you wanted to specifically come up with, walk out of here today that you wanted to ask.
The only thing that pops into mind, on a personal level, I had some huge medical bills pop up within the last 10, 12 months. So what kind of financing is available for the offer?
So here we have financing right here that you can apply for. you just go to the FAQ. Do you offer credit? Right. Obviously, you got to get approved for that. And then if not, Bradley, if you like, what you can do is just click here and click apply. Okay, put this information. After you get to step 2, you already have Donna's email. You said you've been talking with her. Just ask her what we can do for you to work things out for you. And Bradley, certainly, especially since you've had some medical benefits, we're gonna cater those plans to you, to fit you, not to fit us. All right, whatever it takes for you, my friend. All right.
Appreciate that.
My pleasure. All right, Bradley, I wish you the best, and I hope we get to see you real soon.
You will. You will.
right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Stay safe.
Yep, I think I will be.
All right. Bye-bye now. All right, Don. So somebody said, please.
I knew you were going to point that one out. I almost deleted it, knowing that it would create attention for you. It would get
Yeah. Oh, the sad thing is I was reading that and I smirked right when our good friend Bradley was telling me about his medical bills, and then I looked like an idiot. But that's what happens is sometimes you're reading the chat. Yeah. So yeah, no, guys, you know that.
So, yeah, you were talking about blogging, and I was reading the chat laughing. So
yeah, exactly. Right.
It happens.
That's the way it is. Yeah. Okay, so folks, this is the final day and the final minutes. We're closing now. This was a preview of what the Monday sessions are going to look like when you're going to have an opportunity to work with me. Imagine that we sent this out to 750,000 people. Donna, how many responses did we actually get back?
That's a good question. Are you asking about how many people submitted an application?
No, wanted to do what Bradley did. Bradley, how many people wanted to get on this live stream that we were only able to get 4?
Oh my goodness. Over 300.
Over 300.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So that's my point, folks. I was able to get 4 out of 300. When you're in the mastermind, you're going to be able to work like this with me on a monthly basis. There will not be anybody in the mastermind that doesn't have access to me with my personal cell phone in Skype. I'm going to be here to help you. If I'm asking you for, it'll be $25,000 tomorrow. If I'm asking you for $15,000, my goal for you is literally this. It's now January 3rd, I believe. We're talking New Year's resolutions. Tony Robbins was on the news last night. He says, you know, the thing with New Year's resolutions is they last for 2 weeks, right? So what we want to do is we want to give you success, right? Can I guarantee anybody success? Absolutely not. Can I tee the ball up for you better than anybody else out there in the industry? That's a subjective thing, but I have to deconstruct. Well, if I ask that question, what would it take for Groove to guarantee success better than any other company? Well, if somebody's going to call you on the phone after you buy something for your strategy session, they're going to sell you one of 3 things. They're going to sell you done for you, or they're going to sell you a mastermind, or they're going to sell you coaching. That's 3 out of 8 things. We're giving you 8. We're giving you a mastermind. We're bringing you the most intelligent people in the world that are only brought behind closed doors. The speak-easy people are going to be at these masterminds. We're going to be having structured masterminds for you to learn and network. These will be recorded. You can live stream them if you can't attend. There'll be fun networking sessions. You can watch them back on demand. You're going to be getting coaching with our Groove coaching staff, accountability coaches. Ask any questions you need. And then 4-hour days with me on the first Monday of every month, where 300 people tried to get access to me and they can't. They simply can't. I can't work with 300 people. If you want to get in the mastermind, I guarantee you will be able to spend more time with me than you could possibly imagine. Because I'm going to be giving 4 hours. Once you have it with me, you're not going to need it every single month. But if you do, I'll be there for you. That will guarantee that when you want to work with me, you can. Now, I'm not going to be doing makeovers with everybody. There will be times where it's going to be about your pricing strategy, why your refund rate is so high. And I tell you what, there's going to be times where I'm going to say, hey, Jim, some of the stuff that we need to go over with, in my opinion, I don't think is right for the group coaching. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you just reach out to me, and I'll call you later today, and we'll talk about it privately, right? You're going to have me as your coach. You're going to have other people in the group. Founders are going to be available to you. Then you're going to have access to the most important thing, and that's Groove Agency, right? So in Groove Agency, here, as it says here, this is the most important thing. You're going to have your own Slack group with your own project manager that will find out exactly what you want to do, and we will build your brand website. Multiple funnels, up to 3 funnels for you, more if needed. You'll be working with us for a full year. We'll build your e-commerce store, your blog, your membership site. We'll set up your video player for highest conversions. We will set up your automated webinar and everything that you can imagine. Your checkout, set up your product, your affiliate program, your order bumps, your upsells, your add to cart upsells, everything. You're going to have a gorgeous professional site. Donna, can you do me a favor and give me some clients that you don't think would mind if we show us some of the work? Like I know we did William DeTemple, right?
Yeah, William DeTemple. Let me get some of the work that we've done for Tristan.
Okay.
That'll be a good one.
Okay, and I'll pull up some other I'll pull up some others for us here. I guess it's just williamdtemple.com. I spelled it wrong? I did. William. W-I-L-L-I-M. All right. So this is William's website done. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, one of the things that we didn't talk about, we have the Grooveplex Studios. If you want to fly to the Grooveplex Studios and you want to record your podcast, your BSL, have professional photos done, we do full service there for you guys. Look at this website here. So, okay, let's take a look at the previous williamdetemple.com. We're going to go to archive.org. We're going to type in here. Thank you, Don. I see the thing there. We're going to type in williamdetemple.com, and we're going to go back a year ago. I don't know if he was working with Groove Agency a year ago. I'll go back 18 months. All right, here's 2021. We know he wasn't working with us then. Here's his website back then. And actually, probably didn't even have, the page doesn't even, we're not going to be able to show you. He also has another one that we did. It's called 9figurecompany.com. And we built this website for him as well. We helped him shoot this video here on his website. We basically helped him script it. Had our people from Grooveplex Studios help him build this entire website here for him, his clients, the whole 9 yards. He's got it all here. Okay, so this is what Bradley had a website like this, right? William would have had a website like that. Here's the navigation, book a call. What if Bradley's website looked like this? Donna, generally a website like this, they can have their brand website up in about 30 days to 6 weeks. If they're working with us as fast as we ask them for information, they can have this up in 30 days to 6 weeks, right?
I mean, you could have it in a couple of days if we have the capacity at any given time, and that varies depending on who's coming in the system. But it doesn't take all that long. So I'm suggesting to the mastermind members that have already gotten on board, on your thank you page, you have an opportunity to start working with Groove Agency. You'll want to do that sooner rather than later. Those of you who have already become part of the mastermind, you're going to take, as we get those applications into agency, we're taking them on a first come, first served basis. And at this point, within 2 months, you'll be able to get your site. So if you're applying now and it's on the tail end of that, but definitely getting your information to agency sooner rather than later. So you see, I sent you both Tristan, but then also we have a portfolio on the Groove Agency site. I sent you that link as well.
Oh, okay, great. So now we'll take a look at what Tristan did. Now, so Donna, you could correct me if I'm wrong. Tristan is what we would call the pixel perfect design. Like, I want this to look like this. I want this to look like this, right? So, what this is basically exactly what they wanted. Tristan said, "Hey, I want this little thing here with this countdown timer, the button orange when you hover over it." And by the way, it's a gorgeous landing page here. Very, very gorgeous landing page. And people say, "Hey, does Groove have those ClickFunnels style, called direct response buttons?" Yes, absolutely, we do. They can hover like this. We can put the subtext. Anything that you want can be done here. This is a gorgeous website, and this is just one of the things that we've done for their brand. They've given us absolutely incredible testimonials. They love us. Now, this is Groove. You can go to grooveagency.com. I'm going to get rid of the work just to show you. This is a website built by Groove Agency, by the way. Right? You can only expect that we're going to have a great website. And then, so what kind of work do we do for you? Well, these are the examples of some of our clients. This is Quickline Funding. As we said, William has 2, 9-figure company, and William the Temple. He also has a third, Scaling Your Business. Digital Marketing Revolution, Control Endometriosis, Fit Class, Restore Ageless Mobility, Eat Inspired Travel. Is that Glenn and Steph? That's Glenn and Steph. We did theirs? Oh, I had no idea. Oh, this is excellent.
I actually didn't either. I had no idea.
Yeah. This is really nice stuff here. So the energy detox there, Long Island Cat and Kitten Solution. Really? The Long Island Cat Kitten Solution.
Yeah, this is a great project.
Yeah, very interesting. Groove Digital Academy, and then some of our own websites. So that's everything that we do. We also can do. We can do your funnels, graphics, and illustrations. Can be done for you. We build your e-commerce stores. You name it. You name it. We're even going to be providing copywriting services for you as well. Right? Again, those are add-ons on top of Groove Agency. We don't include the copywriting or writing your VSL or producing your VSL. But if you do need us to write and script and record your VSL for you, we can get that done for you. We can do it all, and we can even get you in touch with people that can help you run your advertising. So all you do, guys, go to collectivemastermind.net, watch the replay, and we must warn you that if we go to timeanddate.com, we're going to see right now that it's 4:23. So there are 7 hours and 36 minutes left for you to get access to the Collective Mastermind at 3 payments of $5,000 and lock in your price at $15,000 a year. After tomorrow, the price is going to $25,000, and then some of these additional things, like you may pay additional for Groove Agency, but the introductory offer is you get the mastermind, you get premium support, coaching with me, coaching with the coaches on Groove. You get your own agency to build your funnels, your websites, everything. You name it. What else is there to ask for? And we're going to have special classes on media buying and getting traffic to your website. So the only other thing that you're going to need if you don't go with us is you're going to need to hire a team to do this for you. You're easily going to pay somebody $3,000 a month. If you've hired one person, you're spending $12,000 a year. I'm sorry, $36,000 a year. $3,000 for one person is going to cost you $36,000 a year. We're giving you access to approximately 5 people. That's $15,000 a month. You're getting that included absolutely free when you join the mastermind. So that's it, folks. You guys pretty much know about it. This was our 3-hour our 3-hour preview day of what the coaching sessions are going to be like with me, and we're going to wrap it up right here. And Donna, we got it done today in 3 hours. So I want to thank Donna again for helping me out here. And
Always my pleasure, Mike.
that's it. And it's now 2023. No cool little sign-offs or anything. No Merry Christmas. No Happy New Year. We're ready to go. So your goal should be to ask yourself this question, and this is what we'll leave you with. Do you want to be in the same position you are 365 days from now on January 3rd of 2024? Well, I can say this. Joining the mastermind will put you on a completely different trajectory. This is not one of those $15,000 coaching programs. Mastermind sell for $25,000. That's what they do. We've eliminated the barrier of entry of saying you have to be earning 7 figures to be in any of these masterminds, which you have to be in all of the other ones. And so we're making something available for you. We're bringing the world's best to you. And on top of that, we're taking care of the done for you. We're giving you 1 year of Groove Agency, which is $36,000. It's $3,000 a month to work with Groove Agency in capacity that we're giving you. And we're giving that to you for free. So as many of you say, what's the catch? There is no catch. This is the introductory launch for the Collective Mastermind that will be here for years and years to come.
I think there is a catch, Mike. I honestly think there is a catch. You and I have been part of a lot of masterminds and coaching programs, and we've run an agency, but we have not created this mastermind before. So the catch is you're our first group into this mastermind, which means Mike, this doesn't even impact Mike, which is why it's not a catch for him. I haven't worked out all the processes. I don't know all the systems yet. I don't have all of my I's dotted and T's crossed to ensure that you have the most seamless experience possible. So if there's a catch, it's that this first round of people are going to have to be a little bit patient with me personally as I figure this all out and figure out what systems we're going to use to provide accountability for you and to get you into the Groove Squad and talking to the agency. So yeah, that's the catch, is that this is our first time putting it together, and I don't know yet what I don't know. So.
All right, thank you, Donna. See some people saying the new sign off is we'll see you on the Marketers Cruise. Yeah, so you can't even go there now and get your ticket. We're sold out, but book your ticket for next year. For those of you that are joining, can't wait to see you as well. All right, everybody, we're going to sign out here. Donna's going to roll out the I'm Grooving music. I'll start dancing before that starts. And
bye, everyone.
I really enjoyed it. Bye, everybody.